away from me. Who you gonna jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Taken in the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Second and 2. They'll try the air now with Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On first and 10, it's Swift. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on second and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Into the end zone, touchdown Detroit. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The Bears ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. Then he goes right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
Toss left to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Trubisky able to complete this one to Montgomery. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
1st down, Chicago.
Now Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd down, Montgomery. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Bears, first down.
They run with Patterson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
15-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions add on to their lead.
For the point after.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Trubisky to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Chicago.
71 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Lions 21. Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Trubisky to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder with New Orleans and Seattle.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
19 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Lions' 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Allen Robinson.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, flush to his right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Complete to number
Allen Robinson. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Makes the score.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And
old college coach right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will.
rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Stafford. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On third down, here comes Swift. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trubisky will throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Trubisky. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It's taken to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Detroit.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 49 yards on the ground.
1st down, Chicago.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game set. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
4th down.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely needed to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Their own 25-yard line.
The
Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mental. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, and a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Lions 35, Bears 17.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
It's a gain of 25 yards. And the Bears first down.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Is good.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The 22-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And there's a familiar sight. Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the Lions punter now. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He'll run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
2nd and 6. Throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. For Trubisky to throw again. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
A loss of 3 yards. It's second down.
To try again after the sack. Trubisky throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. He's got his man in the crossing route. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one, that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 54 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
And the Bears first down.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emerson Griffin able to get him for a loss of about 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.